Good afternoon, everyone, and greetings from Helsinki, Finland. I'm delighted to participate this event today and share my insight of foresight and future of creative industries. My name is Mariana Maky-Teri, and I'm futurist and senior manager from Futures Platform. My academic background is from future studies, which is the field of science concentrated on foresight and futures research. And I've been working in the field of foresight around 10 years now. And during that time, I have had a pleasure of working with many different regions and industry and studied their future development. So my daily work at Futures Platform includes helping different types of organizations prepare for the future. And to do that efficiently, we have created an AI-powered digital solution which help individuals and teams to create their own future views, and by doing so, understand the emerging changes in their operational environment. So in practice, our platform includes continuously updating content, which is validated by our futurist team, and variety of collaborative tools to work with the future's knowledge. Currently, it's not too hard to explain the importance of foresight, as the world has become clearly VUCA. The VUCA phenomenon refers to volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous world, and these four letters stand for the rapid speed of change and the unpredictability of the issues, and the rise of interconnected and complex systems and conflicting information. And as a result of this, we can see that there's a lot of uncertainty we need to manage, and staying top of the changes it's really demanding without efficient ways to make sense of the future. So these are the challenges that the foresight can help. So basically, foresight refers to systematic ways of collecting and analyzing different signals of change, such as trends and phenomena. And this is done to understand future changes and their possible impacts. And the key reason to do this, of course, is to recognize the future threats and opportunities, and this way make better plans and decisions based on the future-oriented knowledge. And if we look around us, there is a lot of information about the future, and actually you already know a lot about it, but often our attention is limited to the short time horizon and things happening inside our own industry, which is of course natural, but give us a limited view of the future. So the problem is that trends changing the industry are more often born outside or near it. So to understand the future of your own industry, you need a holistic view, and that's one of the important starting points of doing foresight. Another important principle of foresight is that the future doesn't exist yet, which means that with our decisions, we can impact on it. So there comes the saying that the best way to predict the future is to create it. So the role of foresight is not only to help you prepare for the future and passively adapt to these changes, but it can also help you to design your preferred future and actively work towards it. So I encourage you to be bold when doing foresight and use it for finding new and innovative solutions. And of course, when looking from the business point of view, it's also worth it. As you can see from these studies results, the future prepared firms has a higher likelihood to become industry outperforms and do better with their business. So today, to get started with your foresight and give you overview of the global trends impacting your industry, next I will show the future radar that our foresight experts have created for creative industries. Here is the radar, and as you can see, here is a lot of different types of global trends and phenomena, And they describe the future of the industry from different viewpoints, so covering aspects such as technological, social, economical, and political changes. And the green dots here, they present strengthening phenomena, and the blue dots are in turn weakening phenomena. And red dots are wild cards, which means that they are development with lower probability to happen during that time, but they have potentially really high impact. And gray dots present the weak signals of the change. So there are many important trends here, and I would like to highlight a few of them, which I think are highly interesting for the whole industry. And the first one of them is artificial creativity. If we think about the disruptive developments in creative industries, digitalization has been the megatrend, and that megatrend will continue impact the field heavily. And the next revolutionary step is artificial intelligence. So during the recent year, we have already seen that AI has entered into creative industry and brought many technologies which are changing the professions and also the products. For example, here in the picture, you can see the robot artist making a painting. But if we take another example, we can think about, for example, the music industry. The music creation work can be increasingly automated, which means that the focus from mass production is shifting even more towards mass creation. And as the creation of professional sounding music is becoming easier, it also means that the creating music can become even more popular entertainment itself, at least if we think about the younger generations. Another technological trend I want to highlight is smart wearables. Smart wearables will have tremendous impact how we will communicate with each other, and of course with machines. And I think what will be the most revolutionary thing is how with the smart wearables we can collect data from us and share it. And of course that data could be used increasingly to understand how individual preferences can be used better to tailor our products and services. As an example, creating smart lighting or a painting that changes according to your mood. Another phenomena from the changing commerce section I want to highlight is attention economy. It's something that's been accelerating for some time already now, and it's expected to accelerate even more. So basically it means competition over attention. So from the business perspective, as we see this still accelerating, it will mean increasing role of marketing technologies. So the role of big data and machine learning in marketing and advertising. And it's not only about marketing tactics, it's also increase of different options. If we think, for example, the increasing number of different entertainment formats and other leisure opportunities, they are competing from our attention and time increasingly. So naturally from here, it makes sense to talk about this phenomenon, which is called gamified experiences. And the overall importance, of course, creating experiences. So gamification has been increasingly entering all industries outside the gaming industry, and it's used to engage the customers and enhance their experiences. And naturally now when we see digitality and the other technological development accelerating, the spread of gamification and the practices from the industry are expected to spread even more. One phenomena called telepresence. This is something which is really hot, of course, currently because of the pandemic, and we are getting used to this phenomena in different industries quite rapidly. But this trend, of course, has been developing already before the pandemic, and the reason for that is new technologies such as virtual and augmented reality, which are already taking the telepresent experience to another level from videos to make them make the possibility to work, study, and spend our leisure time completely differently. So the telepresence creates future opportunities which are not dependent on the physical location or the nearest market. But at the same time, I would like to highlight that it also creates the complete opportunity to create completely new types of products and experiences which couldn't be offered in the real reality. So there will be a lot of things that probably we cannot even imagine currently what it will mean in the future. I still have time to talk about one trend, and I would like to introduce the trend called hyperlocalization, which means the desire to produce and consume local products and services. So it's about value chains and sustainability, but also about the new technologies such as 3D printing, which bring new opportunities to produce things locally. And another thing which I think worth of highlighting, which it's connected to this, is the cultural aspects and the dominance of Western taste that has been present in many of the creative fields, but that's expected to change as for example, the next billion of streaming consumers, they're not coming from developed Western urban cities. Instead, they are from Asia, Africa, and Latin America. So there will be a deeper need to understand local needs and also create local options and talent. So you need to change the value proposition and pricing structure and user experience to meet these distinct local needs if aiming to global markets. I hope my tour for the future of the creative industries has sparked new ideas for you and I encourage you to start doing foresight yourself. And of course, if you're interested to read more about the future phenomena you see here on the radar, I highly recommend you to go and check our free trial at futuresplatform.com.